Euro Football Star is an organisation that provides pathways for players for both boys and girls aged from 6 and 7 years of age all the way to open age. We start them on the journey in football, but we also take them all the way through the elite player pathway, opening up opportunities into Europe to further their football careers. One of the big things that Euro Football Star does is we've recently just set up an initiative working in regional and local community towns in and around Australia. We run a free objective testing football programme where we come out completely free of charge for all boys and girls, and we actually analyse players and show them where they're currently at in the football pyramid. And from that, it's like an IQ test. We actually then devise a plan and show the players how they can get better if they wish to do so. Also still leaving the fun element into the game, and then hopefully we take some of those boys and girls onto that elite player pathway. So they're just one of the things that we offer local communities in Australia. Some of the regional towns we've been to recently have been Gympie in Queensland, places like Grafton and Maclean in New South Wales. We've also been up as far as Biloela, and we've just recently partnered with a location called Emerald, which is just north of central Queensland. We're opening up more pathways and more communities. Next year in 2023, we're going to be working in regional areas in New South Wales, Victoria, and also we're pleased to announce Western Australia as well. One of the reaches that we've got in Europe, my background, I'm the director of Euro Football Star. I used to work in the elite side of football. I've worked for clubs like Liverpool, Leicester City, Paris Saint-Germain. Every year we run a programme where we go across to Europe, we take players and families over to the UK, and also we showcase what Euro Football Star can do. And we visit the UEFA Champions League final every year. This year we visited Paris in France. Next year we're going to Istanbul in Turkey, and in 24 and 25 they've already announced that we're going to be going to London and also to Munich in Germany for those upcoming UEFA Champions League finals. One of the benefits of sponsoring Euro Football Star would be giving us more access to offer this opportunity to children and to players and to the families. One of the big things is obviously the cost at the end going on that trip to Europe and opening the pathway up for the player. If we were able to say we can offer you some funding or some form of sponsorship for the players and even for the family members, that would be a real game changer. One of the downsides, unfortunately, in sports in Australia is that it costs a lot of money to do any sport, whether you're playing football, swimming, tennis. One of the things that we're trying to do is remove all the costs. We've done that with our programme on the ground in Australia. There's absolutely no cost to join our programme, but if you're successful in being one of our winners, you will get an all expenses paid trip. But for those other players who don't win the competition but would still like to travel, we would like to open an opportunity for them to come on the trip for free, and hence why we think sponsorships would be a good route to go, and if some businesses could sponsor, it would be amazing. We've got quite a large social presence at the moment, but it's growing. It obviously did get hit a little bit due to COVID, but we've got platforms like Instagram and Facebook, TikTok, and also we have a web presence as well. We have a huge mail database as well, which is located in and around the southeast Queensland area, and we're starting to expand into those new states that we're going into next year. One of the other ways a sponsor would be seen outside of Australia. We do run 2 to 3 tours to Europe every year, and on top of that we actually support and we are part of the UEFA Champions League final. This is one of the biggest televised games in the world. It has an estimated 300 million people view the UEFA Champions League final every year, and we're part of that celebration of football, and we also make it to every final. We do a lot of coverage and a lot of interviews around the UEFA Champions League final. This would be one of the big draw cards for one of our sponsors, that if you were one of the major sponsors, you would be across all of our sponsors and social media platforms. We always operate in and around, because we're currently based in Brisbane, Queensland, but from 2023 we're going to be offering our free testing into New South Wales, Victoria and Western Australia. For 2024 and onwards, we're looking to make sure that we're going to be in every state of Australia. We're just in a regrowth stage since COVID and just getting it back up and running. I wanted to start the company up because I wanted to give all boys and girls of Australia an opportunity to get something for free. Unfortunately, if you play football in Australia and you play it at the elite end, there is a major cost involved to families of around $3,000 to $4,000 to play football. Even if you're getting involved at the grassroots level, it's still up to around $1,000. So the reason behind the programme in Euro Football Star was to put not only quality coaching in for players and quality opportunities, but also to try and make it as free or as cheap as possible. We've achieved that. We're now in year 6 of our growth, where we first started the company, and we've now got our free objective testing and free soccer programs that we're running up and down the east coast of Australia and into WA. And then hopefully one of the visions is not only the competition, but to make all the places free for the players. Yeah, from a personal note, I've been involved in the elite game for over 20 years. I've got quite a few players who currently play in the Premier League and in the European leagues who I have worked with. From an Australian point of view, we have worked with quite a few families for 5 or 6 years now. And we've just recently discovered that 4 of the players that we've been working with for many years have been offered full scholarships to go and train and play professional football in the UK. And they're going to be starting their journeys in January 23 when they move to the UK. No, it's not only for elite players. We've decided many years ago that this programme would be for players at the beginning of the journey, but also players who are towards the end of the journey who are looking to get to that top end. We offer this programme for boys and girls from about the ages of 5 and 6. And we really start with them full time from the ages of 7 and 8. Again, one of the areas that we recognised was one of the big issues in Australia was finances and money and the costs of sport. The other area that we identified was the lack of support or opportunity for females in the game. So this is one of the key ones that we've really set out to address, and especially from a personal point of view, I've got 2 daughters who are growing up in Australia at the moment, and we thought it'd be really important to make sure that we can really push on and support the female side of the game. We're actually really pleased to announce that next year in 2023 we're going to have our first all-female team travelling with us to the UK and to Europe for the football tour. And we're actually going to be partnering up with some all-girls schools for 2023, where we're going to be offering a free objective testing to give more females an opportunity to come out and learn the game and also find the love for the game and have some fun, and then hopefully a few of those girls will go on and play elite level football back into Europe as well.